everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another video. My name is Morgan and I will be leading us through a Shamanic Reiki session in the style of ASMR. I'm going to begin by smoke cleansing with some Palo Santo. We are about to enter into a new moon in Aquarius on February 9th. Aquarius is an air sign and it is a super new moon, meaning it is the closest to Earth at this time. Shokure. So, as we are preparing for the new moon, I would like to guide us through a little session to help us through this time. I pulled some tarot cards as a way to guide me in guiding you through this video. And I will show them to you in just a moment. I'll leave this burning here. So, the first card that I pulled was the Eight of Swords reversed. And then it was the Two of Swords upright. So I asked for a clarifying card with this message and an action card to take from these. And I received the Eight of Swords. And I find it quite fitting and funny that the only cards I pulled were in the suit of swords, because swords represent air signs. They're the air element. In tarot, they kind of guide the thoughts and our energy up in our heads. So with this, I really took these two cards to mean there is something that you are seeing about yourself that is your own self-deception. Maybe it's a belief about yourself or something that is holding you back from really actualizing your full potential. And it's put you at this crossroads, at this split decision of, what do I do with this? You know, you think you have to change something about this belief in order to get to the place you want to be at, to your ultimate destination. And maybe something does need to change. Maybe a new thought pattern arises. Maybe with this new moon, you find yourself more open to new ideas, more willing to just play around with new ideas and new energies. So this is the perfect time to be welcoming in all of these new insights that might be floating in for you, whether it be through dreams or rapid thoughts, like randomly rapid thoughts, not necessarily intrusive thoughts that feel harming, but things that feel good and resonate with you and feel like they're uplifting you on some level. This is a new beginnings card. With it being ace and the first in the suit, it's all about restarting or the start to something. So maybe it's an idea for a new project. Maybe it's an idea about yourself. In regards to connecting with back to these cards, it feels like it's more around the self and around, well, what is something that I have learned to believe about myself that is no longer serving me, that is no longer true if it ever really was, and how can I let that belief go to make space for the new beliefs that are going to be coming in for me. And I think it's important to remember and recognize that these things might be coming in the form, again, as I said, in the form of dreams. It could also be synchronicities. And it's important to pay attention to them and really welcome them with excitement, trying our best not to judge them, not to second guess ourselves or second guess these things that are showing up to us, but rather getting curious with it and allowing them to take place where they are and how they are. It could also come in the form of your daily life. Maybe some new friends are popping in for you. Really, I invite you to just welcome all of that in and play around with it. With it being air, it's all like ever changing and flowing, and it's the wind element. So it may be fun to just get curious with them and try to maintain a childlike attitude or spirit when it comes to all of this change and fluctuation that happens. So that was the reading for this video, and that really helped guide me into this video. So I hope that resonated for you. Take what resonated, leave the rest. If none of it resonated for you, well, we've got some Reiki, so it's all good. So I'm just gonna spray the chill pill. Not in my eyes this time. So with all of this being said, with this tarot reading that we just had, I want to take us on a little journey. It's just a meditation this time. We're going to be focusing on our inhales and our exhales. This journey is inspired by Ram Dass. If anyone knows who he is a spiritual teacher that is also the author of the book Be Here Now. I recommend this book. It is an enlightening read to take you on a journey. But anyway, this meditation is with the intention to quiet our minds and open our hearts. This has been a phrase that repeats in my head lately, especially in times that I find might be particularly challenging, and in times not, but it's been a nice repetitive mantra to kind of keep me going throughout the day and remind myself to drop out and down into my heart space, from my head into my heart space, and really connect with what's resonating here and letting go of the anxious thoughts and attachment to these thoughts. So Go ahead and begin by gently inhaling down into your belly and exhaling, letting go of the day thus far. Inhale and notice where you may be holding any tension in your body, and exhale, release that tension. Inhale, inviting in newness, inviting in light energy. Exhale, relax your body. On your inhale, I invite you to repeat to yourself, quiet the mind. Quiet the mind. And as you exhale, repeat to yourself, open the heart. Open the heart. Quiet the mind. And open the heart. Quiet the mind and open the heart. Quiet the mind and open the heart. I'm going to grab another crystal to assist me in this. Quiet the mind to open the heart. Quiet the mind and open the heart. I invite you to continue repeating this to yourself. With every inhale and exhale. With the powerful energies of this new moon coming in, I'm sure you may already be feeling them if you're watching this before the new moon. What we are experiencing during this time may be heightened. And when we experience them with love and curiosity, the shift feels a little bit more easeful. So as these new insights arrive in your body, see if you're able to observe them with your heart, with your heart's eye. not judge them from your mind's eye. So instead, we look at things through a lens of love and welcoming and allowing. And sometimes what might be arising may not feel so lovely. So how can we transmute that energy into a more loving feeling for ourselves and for the world around us? Whenever somebody, or maybe even yourself, says that they hate something, one way to think about it is they love the opposite of what they just stated. They would love if the opposite thing happened. So while I don't want to be bringing in that energy of a lower density, I brought it up for an example because life is life, and we run into struggles and challenges all the time, but the pain is inevitable and the suffering is optional. So when we remind ourselves to try to look at things through a lens of love, through a lens of compassion and grace and forgiveness, when we allow this, it won't feel so heavy for just a moment. For just a moment. And maybe it will still feel heavy, but continuing to practice this ease of mind and dropping down into our hearts. You'll find that it becomes a little bit gentler to let go and forgive. I'd like to gather another crystal to help us tap into our heart space. See, I believe this is it. With the lighting, I struggled to see. Ah, yes, this is it. This is green aventurine and rose quartz together. They align the color of the heart chakra. I'm going to take this moment to tap into where you are. Whenever you're watching this video, I'm going to tap into your heart space. Connect with you energetically. And bounce the energy in your heart chakra. Help it flow a little bit easier. bouncing nicely. I'm going to close this portal. Seiki, Seiki, Shokure, Seiki. Going to close this session by tuning you to a grounding frequency. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this session. May you enjoy the full moon and do something nice for yourself to honor yourself during this season of transition. From my heart to yours.